Okay, good evening, everyone. We're continuing with 3 minutes of Tehillim. We are also continuing with the Shir Hamalos, the Prakim of Shir Hamalos, the Songs of Ascent. We're up to Perek, Kuv Chof Aleph, Psalm 121, one of the most well-known and often recited of Tehillim. Shir Lamalos, Esa Einai El Heharim, Mi'ayin Yavo Ezri. I raise my eyes to the mountains, upon the mountains, from where will I find your help? Ezri me'im Hashem oseh shemayim va'aretz. My help is from Hashem, the one who made heaven and earth. So I'm going to share with you one of my favorite vartlach on Tehillim. I think I've shared it in the past, but it's one of my favorites. So first of all, what are the harim? I raise my eyes to the mountains. What are these harim? So Rashi, and there's a medrash that says this, says that it actually refers to the zekanim, the elders or the avos. We look to our mountains, our greats, to steady us when we're feeling shaky, when we're feeling unsure of where to go. We look towards the mountains, and that is just a metaphor to our leaders, to our ancestors, to the avos, or to our own parents, and those who steady us in times of uncertainty. That's one point. But there's another interesting thing about this pasuk that Rabbi Daniel Kalish points out. It seems to be out of order. So I raise my eyes to the mountains, I look to the greats, and then I look to them, and then I say, Me'ayin Yavu Ezri. That doesn't seem to make sense. And then we say, Ezri Me'im Hashem, that my help comes from God. It doesn't seem to make any sense. It should really say, Me'ayin Yavu Ezri. Where am I going to find help from? Then, Esa Einai El Heharim. I look to the greats, I look to the people that show me the way, and then, Ezri Me'im Hashem, then they tell me, or they show me, or they're modeling for me that Hashem is the one who helps. Why is it, I look to the greats, and then, Me'ayin Yavo Ezri, where am I going to find my help? So, there's a concept in the world at large that, especially in sports, if you get injured, or there's a certain, maybe not a serious injury, but a small injury, walk it off, play through it, and I don't remember which player it was, but he had just lost maybe his dad, and he's like, he played the next day because that's what my dad would have wanted. You just keep going, and you just push through the pain. And in fact, we're very good at pushing through pain and ignoring what's going on inside. We're actually pretty good at coping. Human beings have a very strong way of resilience and just pushing things away. That doesn't really talk to the greatness of a person. Really, what the message of this pasuk, according to Rabbi Kalish, is really that to go places and to really transform yourself, you have to be open to the pain. You have to actually be open to the Me'ayin Yavu Ezri feeling. And that's when you are unsteady, not sure what to do, and you feel, maybe I'm going to address the pain, or maybe I'm just going to throw it aside. Look to the mountains, look to the people who have shown us the path, the people who are actually not afraid to feel, not afraid to confront those difficult emotions. That's the only way you could get to an Ezri Me'im Hashem. The only way you can get to a feeling of closest to Hashem and the feeling of moving and progressing is if you can experience a Me'ayin Yavu Ezri. So therefore, it actually, the pasuk is teaching us a very profound lesson. We don't believe in push through the pain and just go, person sits Shiva and lo aleinu, it shouldn't happen to us, but then they just get up and just forget about it. Chas v'shalom. They're transitioning. They have to move forward with their life in a certain way, but they have the places in which they can go through that experience. The growth that they could experience is totally lost if they just ignore it and just move on. They have to confront it. They have to, obviously coping and in a healthy way, but they have to have some form of experience of Me'ayin Yavu Ezri, of a feeling of being lost, and that's okay. It's actually not okay when you just ignore it. That's when you're really lost. But if you feel lost, that's what it means to be a searching religious person. That's what it means to be living in this world of feeling of Me'ayin Yavu Ezri. That's what our harim teaches. That's what the zekanim, their elders, that's what the avos tell us. And then, only then, after Me'ayin Yavu Ezri, after I can really feel like I'm lost, like I don't have where to go, only then can I come to a Ezri Me'im Hashem, that Hashem will guide me.